Dr. Steve Hotze here with Chris Draper. He's an outstanding young man who's been a guest of ours for 4 years, and his wife has been a guest for 7 years. His wife's name is Missy, and he's going to tell you a great story about Missy. Chris is an insurance agent. He owns 3 agencies in the greater Houston area, and his insurance agencies have been ranked #1 statewide last year. So he's quite an amazing young man who went to Sam Houston State, I think, and then ended up going into insurance. He's going to tell us about that in a little while. But Chris, tell us what in the world happened to get you and Missy connected here at the Hotze Health and Wellness Center. What was going on?
Sure. So she was really struggling with her health to the point that she was nearly bedridden. She had no energy, just a very tough time getting through the day. And so we were visiting with our primary care physician. They just couldn't figure out what was going on, sent us to doctor after doctor after doctor. Finally, she did some own research because...
How many doctors do you think
she probably visited 15 to 20 doctors trying to figure out what was going wrong with
15 to 20 doctors. And did she ever feel like the doctors thought she might be a hypochondriac?
Let me tell you, I almost had to be physically restrained when one doctor told her that it's probably all in her head. So that was an immense amount of frustration, not only for her but for myself as a newly married couple. She had been told everything from lupus to it's all in your head to we can't. The best one was fever of unknown origin. Why anyone would diagnose that? That doesn't do us any good.
No, it
so, luckily, we made it in.
Anybody say she had chronic fatigue syndrome?
Everything. We've heard it all. If it's a diagnosis, she's probably been given it during the beginning years of our marriage. And so, struggling as a newly married couple, we really didn't know where to go. Started doing some research, stumbled on the Hotze Health and Wellness Center.
How did you stumble on it? What do you think? Was
she was a registered dietitian, and so she had done a lot of research and started reading articles from the medical journals, and then this kept coming up, and so she thought, you know what, maybe I do need to go see if it's thyroid related. Maybe I do need to go see a specialist about hormones. And so we came here about 7 years ago. Since then, her health has tremendously improved to the point that I started seeing how well it was doing for her, and I said, you know what, maybe I need to get on the program too, because I was dealing with the stresses of a new business at the time, hiring people, having to train, motivate, incentivize them. I mean, there's a lot being a business owner, as you well know. And so I figured that I could use a little bit of a help with that program as well. And so I got on the program, realized that I had burned out basically my thyroid. And so I got on the Armour thyroid treatment, cortisol to help out with that. All of the doctors and the nurses here have been great about getting me to the optimum level. Man, I feel like I'm just firing on all 8 cylinders again. I've been going here, like I said, for several years now, and it's to the point to where we figured it out. We got it. Let's maintain it, because I've excelled in every area, not just getting through life and with my wife and her just making it through the day like we used to, but now we're just maximizing our experiences and opportunity. And so when we were newly married, we struggled with, we weren't able to have children. We didn't know why. Looking back, now we know very clearly
this
why.
is very common. People that are young, or women, young newlyweds, can't get pregnant. They think, well, I'm infertile, and so they end up going to infertility clinics. And infertility clinics have about 25% success rate. That's why they call them infertility clinics.
Right.
So we know this is that the most common cause of infertility that we see is low thyroid and imbalance of female hormones. So
we tried for 3 years, had no success on our own. Actually went to an adoption meeting. We weren't going to do the infertility treatment. We went to an adoption meeting at the church on a Wednesday night. I came home Friday. I'd worked late, about 6:30. She was upset that I worked so late, and the reason she was upset is because she was holding a birth test in her hand that showed a positive result. So we finally got it. Finally got our little one here.
Guy's name?
So Bryce arrived January 19th of this year. Bryce Christopher.
Just take a look at this picture of Bryce. Isn't he a cute looking little guy? Great looking little guy.
He arrived 9 pounds, and he is every bit of our joy in our world right now. And so
what else? I understand there's some more good news.
You know, we had so much fun with the first one that we actually found out that she's pregnant again with our second one that'll be here in February of 2017.
That's tremendous.
Thank you. It's been great.
Chris, that's terrific. And so it's been sound like a full success coming here to the Hotze Health Wellness Center.
That's probably an understatement. Yes, sir.
And besides the treatment that we offer, what do you see here at this center about the people? What do you see that's different from other enterprises that you
Sure.
visit?
So, being a business owner, I pay a little bit more attention to detail when I walk into a business or interact with people that work within the business. And let me tell you, I really do feel like this is exact opposite of everything else healthcare related. You walk into another doctor's office or hospital or clinic or anything like that, and everyone seems just like they don't want to be there, and they definitely don't want you to be there because you're probably sick, and they don't want to catch whatever you got. And so, for us walking into here, it always felt warm and inviting, from the director of First Impressions, Becky, all up until the pharmacists and everyone, all the nurses in between. It's just a different culture here. It's an environment of what I call an environment of smiles, if you want to use that.
That's great.
It's nothing but smiles, and we just feel so warm and welcomed, and almost like a part of the family here.
Well, you are part of the
Thank you.
family, and Missy is too.
And now Bryce is too.
And Bryce is too. I told you, and I want you to hear this. What I believe is that the way we treat our guests is as important, if not more important, than the treatment we offer our guests. We decided years ago that we don't want to be in medical practice anymore. Now, that's going to sound strange because I'm a doctor and we got a whole team of doctors and nurses here. How can you not be in medical practice? We decided we wanted to be in the hospitality industry and enterprise, and within that context, provide the medical care you need. So first, we want to provide that warm, friendly, inviting, affirming greeting of our guests, so that we give them when they come in here and say an experience, they go like, man, they made me feel so good about myself. We want to give them confidence. We want to give them hope, cultivate them with hope, and still a sense of well-being, and even fulfill their unexpressed wishes and needs. And so I hope we've done that for you.
Yeah, definitely, sir. I appreciate everything you do for myself and my family.
Thank you, Chris.
All right.
And thank you guys for joining us. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you want to have a story like this, like Chris and Missy and little Bryce, don't hesitate to give us a call. We're here to serve you and partner with you and get you on a path of health and wellness.